Tammy.
Hey.
Q&A session.
Yay.
Yay.
Happy Saturday.
Okay, let's look here. Jenna Farmer, question about genetic testing accuracy. I got a liver and white English Springer panel. A locus DNA reached to see if he carries 10 points. Results reported back 80-80. Black with 10 points. That cannot be correct, right? I just don't know about spaniels. I don't know who you use for testing. I can tell you that we've used animal genetics, and there has been a few issues with animal genetics recently. So, but I don't know about spaniels, so I'm just not going to comment on that. Sorry. Somebody says I'm the goat. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Here's one for you, Tammy.
Means you're wise.
Does it? I think it means I'm the greatest of all time, doesn't it?
It's better than an ass.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Comme les belles trop mignonnes. You want to translate that for me?
No.
Somebody's saying, I think in French, that they think that Valentine is a beautiful, cute puppy.
Oh, she's wonderful. She's out of Goldfinger, which is a product from Little SA and Homey.
So she's a new shade maker, isn't she?
Oh, yes, she is, because her daddy's a new shade, and her granddaddy is a new shade, and Homey is a...
And she's got a really nice structure, isn't she? She has a short, bully little stocking
like
thing.
Tank like her
And somebody made a comment there that you were holding a head up, and I wrote back on that comment. I said, holding a head up, number one, so that you can see her stacked properly. Number two is keep control of her, because she's all over the place. It's not because her head's going to drop.
She would walk right off that table.
Yeah, exactly, she'd walk off that table. Katsumi Fuku. I probably pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry, Katsumi. I like your name, Katsumi, though. That's cute. My girl started humping my leg. She's 7 months old. When she was the breeders recently, the breeder told me the males were showing some interest in her, so I'm feeling like she's having a silent heat or very close to her first heat so far. No blood, maybe slight swelling. Well, she will probably start swelling up. She'll probably start dropping some blood. Obviously, you're not breeding a dog that's 7 months old, and the next heat cycle you probably would, which is going to be about a year and a bit old, which would be fine. But yeah, I mean, first heat cycles in dogs can be very irregular, but my guess is you will start dropping some blood the next few days. Quite normal, don't worry about it. Let's see, someone's congratulating us. Someone's telling me to stop doing that. We're showing you a video of breeding a dog, okay? That's Demi3 Jackie. Stop doing that. Okay, Jamie, we'll stop doing that. Cash says my body's only 2K. I wish to have one for me one day. Yeah, 2K unfortunately will not get one of our dogs these days. I mean, there are 2K Frenchies though, but be very careful here, folks. If you buy 2K Frenchie, make sure that you know they've really got that dog, because this is prime candidate for a scam right here. It's a 2K Frenchie.
Always FaceTime.
Yeah.
They can't FaceTime you, and they're making excuses why they can't FaceTime, because there's a way to FaceTime. Facebook Messenger, you can FaceTime. If they tell you they have an Android and can't do it, they can do it on that, or they have a friend that has a phone to FaceTime. If they want to sell you that puppy, they're going to find a way to FaceTime.
Exactly. David Rosser, is a relaxant pregnancy test more reliable than an ultrasound? That's an interesting question right there. So you want to say anything about that?
Well, ultrasound's great, but you've got to wait so many days. How many days do you have to wait on ultrasound?
I mean, they say you can do an ultrasound in 24 days. I think it's probably 30.
If you've got the money to spend, go ahead and do it.
So the question is it more accurate? So I'm going to answer that question. Here's what you get out of an ultrasound. You do get an idea potentially how many puppies are in there. With a relaxant test, it's either a yes or a no, pregnant, not pregnant. I have seen ultrasounds where they get it wrong. Typically, either that they see sacs in there and nothing comes out, or they don't see any sacs in there, the dog is pregnant. But for the most part, I think that the ultrasound's fine. Here's what I don't like about the ultrasound. You've got to go to a place where sick dogs go. You've got to spend some time getting it done. You've got to spend some money. Our ultrasound tests are very inexpensive. You can... Did he get you?
No, he's still facing the traffic.
Tammy just got zapped by a radar gun. By a cop on the side of the road. But yeah, the thing about the relaxed test, you do have to draw blood, but it's 5 minutes you've got the test results, and for us they've been very accurate. So I like the relaxing test. That's what we do. But they're both fine choices. Easton Meyer, hell Jill, please. Just left the veterinarian's office, did a progesterone test for her first time ever. It read 2.5 on day 9 after her first blood showing. The vet wants me to come back, and that was 1 day ago, so that was Friday, and she wants you to come back Monday. So 2.5, 3.5. So the question here is, 2.5 is really low to be on day 9. Not really. And the doc says she's ahead of schedule. No, not really either. So what it says, what are my thoughts? So most dogs would be on day 9, would be ovulating, they'd be a progesterone level of 5, which is about 2.5 days from where you are right now. So you're maybe a couple of days late, maybe. Not a big deal. I mean, it is what it is. And that's why you do tests about day 6. I would, on a 2.5, the next day is going to be a 3, the next day after that will be a 4, day after that ovulation 5, that dog will be bred 5 days later. So that dog was that on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I expect that dog to be bred on Wednesday, but I would do a test Monday, just to find out where you are. Somebody, Chad Chavez, says, you are beautiful. I'm not sure if they're talking about Chanel in the video or the dog that she's showing, but the answer is they are both beautiful.
Puppies and Chanel.
That's right, both beautiful.
Puppies are platinum fluffy carriers. That means it's a lilac and tan covered in cream fluffy carriers.
J6555. So my wife and we watch videos all the time for about a year now, learning stuff. Bought our second French female. Got a pedigree out. It turns her grandparent is Rios. Her great grandparents are Winston and Yerman, and her great grandfather is Kahuna, which are, by the way, are all of our names. She's a blue fawn, possibly a lilac fawn with blue marks. We know she has great pedigree, but wow. Well, that's great, yes. So I'm glad that you've got some of our pedigree there, because you do. Kahuna, beautiful blue dog, really just a great structure. He's not around anymore.
He's solid.
Yerman's still around, but not having puppies anymore. She's retired.
Yep.
And then Winston's still going strong. Winston's 5 or 6 now and still pumping them out and producing beautiful babies.
Yes.
He's kind of one of our almost foundations, not quite really foundation stock, but I mean, you know, he has been a prolific dog. He has had a lot of really nice puppies.
Yeah.
He came from Serendipity and Jug. Do you remember those names? Serendipity we bought pregnant. It was an expensive dog that maybe had tan points, and I remember that day. It was a good day when those puppies were produced. Somebody's asking what's Esme's DNA, because we have an identical looking female. Esme is gone. She's in a new home now. She is Littly Cream.
Got 2 copies of that.
2 copies of Cream, yeah, Littly. She's got a copy of Fluffy. Of course, that doesn't make any difference to the colour.
She's got a copy of Coco.
Got a copy of Coco.
And she's got a copy of 18.
And a copy of 10 points. She didn't get the testable chocolate or the blue. Does Cream cover brindle? Yes, it does. Let's see what the replies are. Susan Brocksmith correctly says Cream is like white paint covers, but the colour is underneath still exists. Yes. So what she means by the colour underneath still exists means that dog is, a cream covered, a blue covered in cream would look cream, but it's really a blue dog, and it will produce blue puppies. Okay, now I'm getting into territory of things I've already answered. So let's roll through to the back end of the list and see if I can find some I haven't answered. Kathleen Rayner, hello, my favourite couple. I watch you videos to start my day happy, all good. Love all your information. My Chihuahua had her 5 puppies naturally.
Oh, wow.
With me as the midwife, congratulations. We spoke before about her needing a C-section, but vet did x-rays the week before due date, showed me plenty of room for puppies to be born without a C-section. He was right, very good. So a lot of people who have puppy dogs that they don't need C-sections, typically like Chihuahuas, don't go through the process you went through. I think you did a smart move, especially when you've got a lot of puppies in there, 5, just to make sure there's not one big puppy coming down the pike. So congratulations, good job. You did exactly what you should do. Is it normal for my female Frenchie to be late on her second heat? She had her first heat 6 months ago on October the 3rd, and I expect to go on a heat yesterday, but nothing. Oh dear, you're setting your clock by when she come and eat. It doesn't work that way, folks. I mean, it's 6 months approximately. It could be 5 months, it can be a year. I mean, historically, after dogs have had their first couple of heats, they tend to get into a rhythm, but you know, it's all over the place, and so just do not get worried about this at all. Now you've got 5 replies here. Let's see what the replies say. I would give it a couple more days. I'd give it a couple more months. You think like dog parts will work? I don't know what that means, but I suspect. But what they're talking about is putting that dog around a dog that's in heat. Yeah, I'm not crazy about dog parts as far as. Well, it's probably fine, but yeah, certainly not crazy. But what do you think about dog parks, Tammy?
About dog what?
Dog parks. Parks with
parks?
dogs. Yes.
Well, you just never know if you're going to pick up hookworms there.
Or other things.
Or other stuff.
If
You want to make sure your dog's vaccinated completely, but you know you're taking a chance.
So don't. We'll just end this on this little comment right here. This is it's not directly about that comment. It's more about dog parks. Get your dogs vaccinated on time, and that means your first major vaccination for puppies at 6 months.
First what?
When's rabies?
Oh, rabies is at like 15 weeks, the last 4th shot. If you do shots at 6, 9, 12, and 15, that's when you get the rabies on that last 4th shot.
And then when's the next rabies shot after that?
Every year.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah.
Once a year.
So, you know, generally I would never take a dog to the dog park to be fully vaccinated as at least 6 months old and wormed, and you should be, you know. The problem with dog parks, well, the thing about dog parks is they're wonderful places to go. I mean, other people with dogs with like minds are there looking at their dogs, wonderful. Dogs have a great time. So, but just make sure that your dog is vaccinated and worm on a regular basis as well. And then leash. Have your dog on a leash when it's first there. Make sure that there are other dogs out there who are going to muck around with your dog, especially if your dog's in heat. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I just don't even take them when they're in heat.
Right. Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Exactly
You
right.
may get a big old Great Dane that decides he wants to mount something.
And you've got a Chihuahua.
You've got to fight him off to.
Yes. Or you've got a Great Dane female and a Chihuahua is up on the other dog's
I don't think
back.
that'll happen.
I've seen pictures of it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen pictures
All right.
of dogs that'll do an incredible job. That's a whole other thing here, is I get people every now and then who call up and say my dog got pregnant by a stray dog and she jumped the fence, or the other dog jumped the fence. If your dog's in heat, have it inside, because I promise you dogs will go to incredible lengths.
They will tear a wooden fence up to
Yeah,
get in there.
they'll dig underneath it, they'll jump over the top of it, fences that you could think they could possibly get over, you know. And then sometimes these things that happen, you don't even know your dog's got pregnant, and you didn't mean to get a dog pregnant, and then here we are, you know, another couple of months later, and it's like, my dog's putting weight on, what's going on? Well, your dog's pregnant. Anyway, there we go. Plenty of time on this one. See you, everybody. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.